Welcome to Future Proof Your Finances, where we make sense of the money news that, really matters to you. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects nearly every American. Social Security.
Right.
The year 2026 is a landmark year for the system.
Right.
It's bringing a wave of changes you absolutely need to know about.
Absolutely, Alex. I mean, some of these are routine.
Yeah.
But a few are truly game-changing. So let's start with the number everyone waits for.
Okay.
The COLA, or cost of living adjustment.
Yeah.
The projection for 2026 is a 2.7% increase.
So what does that actually mean in real dollars? For the average retiree, it's about, $53 more in your pocket each month.
Yeah.
But before you plan what to do with that extra cash, there's a major caveat.
Right. It's the other side of the retirement coin.
Okay.
Medicare. Part B premiums are also expected to rise.
Ugh.
And since they're often deducted directly from your Social Security check, that $53 raise could, vanish before you ever see it. It's a frustrating reality for millions of seniors.
It really, really is. Now, for a change it's less about your monthly check and more about your entire retirement timeline.
Right.
In 2026, the full retirement age, or FRA, officially becomes 67 for everyone born in 1960 or later.
Right.
This isn't new policy, but it's the final tick of a clock that started winding, decades ago.
And this is so important for people to internalize. What this means is if you turn 62 in 2026, you'll now have to wait 5 full years to claim 100% of your earned benefit. If you decide to claim early at 62, your benefit is permanently reduced by 30%.
Wow, 30%.
The goalposts have officially stopped moving. They are now planted firmly at age 67.
So, while future retirees have to wait longer,
right?
Some current workers will be paying more. The maximum income subject to the Social Security payroll tax is projected to rise to around $183,600.
Okay.
For high earners, that means paying up to $465 more in taxes next year.
So far, it sounds a bit tough.
It
a
does.
Small raise that gets eaten up and a longer wait to retire.
It does.
But there is some genuinely fantastic news in the mix, especially for a group that has been penalized for decades.
This is easily the best news of 2026.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Social Security Fairness Act, which became law in 2025, 2 controversial rules, the Windfall Elimination Provision, or WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, or GPO, are now gone.
And just to put that in simple terms, for years, if you were a public servant, a teacher, a firefighter, a police officer who earned a pension, your Social Security benefits were often drastically cut. It was seen by so many as fundamentally unfair.
And in 2026, that unfairness is history.
Finally.
Over 3 million public sector retirees are now receiving their full unreduced Social Security checks. I mean, we're talking about significant life-altering increases in monthly income for people who dedicated their careers to public service.
Wow.
It's a monumental correction.
It's a huge victory. But Alex, as we celebrate that win, there's a giant storm cloud on the horizon that we just can't ignore.
The 7th and most sobering change is the one that isn't really a change at all.
Okay.
It's but a deadline.
You're talking about the long-term funding crisis?
Exactly. The latest reports project that Social Security's trust fund reserves will be depleted by 2034. If Congress fails to act, the system will only be able to pay about 80% of promised benefits.
Right.
That means an automatic 20% cut for every single beneficiary.
That's less than a decade away.
I know. It really puts everything else into perspective. This isn't a distant problem anymore. It's bearing down on us.
Yeah. So with all this information, the good, the bad, and the urgent, what should our listeners do right now?
The advice is it's clear. Be proactive. First, go to the Social Security Administration's website, ssa.gov, and create an account.
Check your earnings record.
So important. Mistakes are common, and an error can permanently lower your benefit. get it fixed.
And second, with the FRA now at 67, you have to reevaluate your plan. Run the numbers. See how claiming at 62, 67, or even delaying until 70 impacts your lifetime income.
Right. Don't just follow an old rule of thumb. Make a decision based on these new realities.
Exactly. While the major fix has to come from Washington, these personal steps can make a real, tangible difference in your financial security.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. With the trust fund's deadline, 2034, looming, everyone agrees that sacrifices will have to be made to preserve the system. If you had to choose, what is the one reform you would be most willing to accept? A slightly higher retirement age, a modest increase in taxes, or a change in how benefits are calculated to ensure Social Security is strong for the next generation?